Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another edition of Foodie Fridays. So for this Foodie Fridays, we are making lemon blueberry dump cake. And this is probably the easiest recipe in the world, and this video is probably going to be super short because it's literally only these three ingredients. So you need 2 cans of blueberry pie filling, and that is the bigger size cans. And you need 1 box of lemon cake mix and 1 stick of butter in your crock pot, and you are set to go. I couldn't believe how easy this recipe was. I've made many dump cakes here on the channel before, but I've always made them in a 9x13 pan. So it was different to make it in a crock pot, and I think I'm converted. I think I love the way it came out in the crock pot versus the 9x13 pan. So additional items that you might want to get for this recipe are some cooking spray. So I rave about the Baker's Joy. You're going to see that here in a minute. It works phenomenal. It's a little bit pricier, but it's definitely worth the extra pennies. And I've said that in other videos as well. And I used some vanilla ice cream for my topping and some Cool Whip. So if you want to indulge, those are the additional things you might want to pick up for this recipe. So let's get into it. It couldn't be easier. All right, y'all, so the first thing you want to do is take your Baker's Joy or your cooking spray and you want to spray down that crock pot. Good to go. You don't want any of this berry pie filling or any of this cake mix to stick to the side because it'll be a hot mess to clean up. So definitely spray that bad boy down. Then you're going to take your 2 cans of your blueberry pie filling and you're going to just literally dump it into your crock pot and just spread it out evenly. You're then going to take your box of your lemon cake mix and you're going to pour it into a bowl and make sure that you take your stick of butter and melt it in the microwave. You want it to be nice and melted. And then you're going to mix and incorporate it with the dry cake mix. Now it's going to be really dry and crumbly, but that's what you want. But you want to try to make sure that you have no dry cake mix, that all that butter has saturated the cake mix. It's still going to feel really coarse and dry, but you're doing it right. So as long as you blend it all together and that butter incorporated in the cake mix, somehow, I know that makes no sense, but you know what I mean when you're watching me here, then you're going to be set to put it on top of your pie filling. Now you're going to take that cake mix that's been mixed with your butter and it's going to be nice and crumbly, and you want to crumble it all on top of that pie filling. You don't want to leave any of your blueberry pie filling exposed. You want to make sure it's all covered up, and then you're set. You're going to put the lid on the crock pot and you're going to cook this on high for 2 hours. I want to say if you were doing this on low, I think it said 4 hours, but I went ahead and did mine on high for 2 hours because we wanted to eat it that night. So just put your topping on, put the lid on, set on high for 2 hours, and you're good to go. All right, y'all, so now it is done. This has been 2 hours later, and this is what the final product looks like. It's all nice and bubbly. It's waiting for me to put some ice cream and some whipped topping on top and dig in. I mean, look how nice and perfect that came out. So pretty. All right, y'all, so at this point, I'm going to take some of that vanilla ice cream I mentioned before, and I'm going to plate it right on top. I mean, it's piping hot right now. It's like on fire. So my ice cream is actually going to melt, and I'm going to have like ice cream soup on top, but that's okay because it mixes in all together anyway. And then I'm going to take some of my whipped cream, and I'm going to squirt a couple of dollops on top of there, and then be good to go. This is actually the hubby's bowl, and he had like a massive size bowl, as you can see here. I went ahead and made just a smaller version, but I mean, it just came out so pretty. I don't say that much about food that I make, that it comes out pretty, but I thought this was a really pretty plate when I plated it up. And let me tell you, it's not only pretty, but it is stinking good. So as you can see now, I've got my empty bowl here, and that's the hubby's, and he thoroughly enjoyed it. And let me tell y'all, we finished off that whole crock pot throughout the rest of the week between myself, the hubby, and my mother-in-law. And you know, the kids, they're always digging into our bowls when we're making them. So we really enjoyed this one. Now, some things that I would suggest doing for next time is maybe try a different flavor with the lemon cake mix. So I thought it'd be interesting to maybe do like a strawberry cake mix with the lemon next time, or, change it up. I mean, you can do all different varieties of a dump cake, but in the crock pot just makes it so much easier. Just set it and go, and you're set for dessert if you're having a party or if you want something for the whole family. I thought this was a great idea. So I was really satisfied with this recipe. So guys, give this video a thumbs up if you're still loving the Foodie Fridays every Friday here on the channel. And if you're not already with us, make sure you hit that subscribe button on your way out, because we would love to have you a part of the YouTube family here. And next week, I'm going to go ahead and give you all a sneak preview or peek that next weekend is Cinco de Mayo. So I'm going to be doing a copycat Mexican recipe for y'all next Friday. So if you have plans for Cinco de Mayo, you do not want to miss my Foodie Fridays for next Friday in plans for your Cinco de Mayo celebration next Saturday. Love you guys so much. Y'all have a wonderful Friday and a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.